Welcome to Nature's Raw Challenge. Today, we explore the brutal science of surviving freezing temperatures, where every single decision matters. Many people believe the cold itself is the primary killer, but the reality of survival is far more complex and dangerous. We look beyond preparation to understand the physics of heat loss and the biological mechanisms keeping us alive here tonight. Survival is not just about having the right gear. It is about understanding how nature tries to steal your vital energy. The biggest mistake most beginners make is thinking that the dropping temperature is the only thing that will kill you quickly. Humidity is actually your #1 enemy, because moisture destroys the insulation ability of your clothing layers almost instantly and permanently. Whether it comes from your own sweat or simply your breath, moisture conducts heat away from your body extremely fast. Managing your body temperature to prevent sweating is actually more important than putting on every single piece of clothing you own. You must maintain a delicate balance where your perspiration can escape without letting the freezing cold air penetrate
causing the
your
fibers
core.
to collapse. As
Once
the
your
temperature
insulation
drops,
layers
the
get
water
wet,
freezes solid,
they lose their
eliminating the
ability to
insulation.
trap warm air, leaving you vulnerable to rapid hypothermia. As night falls and temperatures plummet, the battle against the elements shifts from active movement to static heat preservation strategies. Your sleeping system is your life support capsule for the next 8 hours, so setting it up correctly is absolutely vital. We begin with the ground, because the Earth is a massive heat sink waiting to drain the warmth from you. Scientific studies show that the ground absorbs body heat 40 times faster than the surrounding cold air ever could. Experienced survivors use a sandwich technique involving simple materials like nylon and cardboard
The honeycomb
to create
design
an
is
effective
excellent
thermal
at trapping
barrier.
air inside
Cardboard
these
is an
hexagonal
excellent
flutes.
insulator because
The
its
air quickly
corrugated
becomes
structure
static.
traps dead air, stopping the cold from conducting through to you. By placing cardboard between a waterproof sheet and your yoga mat, you create a highly efficient thermal break system. This simple layering strategy can be the difference between a restful night and waking up with dangerous stages of hypothermia. Now let us talk about the sleeping bag itself, where we apply a principle often used by extreme alpinists. Instead of buying one expensive Arctic bag, you can combine a summer bag inside a winter bag for better results. This double bag method creates an additional layer of trapped air between the bags, significantly boosting the overall insulation value. The friction between the two synthetic layers also reduces air circulation, keeping your body heat closer to your skin. While your insulation is set, you must also consider the management of your other gear during these freezing hours. Leaving your wet boots outside or just on the floor of the tent is a rookie mistake you will regret. By morning, the moisture in your boots will freeze them into solid blocks of ice that are impossible to wear. The solution is to place your boots inside a waterproof bag and keep them inside your sleeping bag all night. Your body heat will prevent the boots from freezing, ensuring you can mobilize quickly if an emergency arises at dawn. This rule applies to your water bottles and electronics too, as freezing temperatures destroy batteries and freeze your hydration supply. External protection is just as important as internal insulation, and we can use the snow itself as a building material. By piling snow around the base of your tent, you create a barrier that serves two very important distinct functions. First, this snow wall blocks the freezing wind from sweeping underneath your tent fly, which would strip away trapped heat. Second, it creates a mini igloo effect, insulating the tent with a thick layer of snow which traps air pockets. Building this wall up to 45 centimeters creates a dead airspace that significantly raises the internal tent temperature. It takes physical effort to build, but the thermal payoff during a storm is worth every calorie you burn working. Now let us look at active heat generation, using a clever physics trick involving a simple candle and a pot. A simple candle placed under an inverted terracotta pot creates a small radiator that radiates warmth effectively in tents. The clay material absorbs the thermal energy from the flame and radiates it outward instead of letting it rise uselessly. This transforms a small flame into a surface area heater that can raise the tent temperature by several crucial degrees. You must ensure there is a gap at the bottom for oxygen flow. Otherwise, the flame will suffocate and die. Always maintain proper ventilation when burning anything inside a tent to prevent the silent and deadly buildup of carbon monoxide. Your body is a furnace, and you need to feed it the right fuel to keep the fire burning. Eating foods high in fat, like peanut butter before sleep, fuels your metabolism to generate heat throughout the long night. Unlike sugar, which gives a quick spike, fats digest slowly, providing a steady release of thermal energy while you sleep.
Sugar provides
Combine
a quick
this
burst,
with proper
spiking energy
hydration,
fast
and your
before a
internal
rapid
biological
crash.
heater will
But
work
fat burns
efficiently
slowly.
to combat the external freezing temperatures. Survival in these conditions is rarely a solo mission. It relies heavily on communication and the safety of the group.
It's gone. Where could it be?
Establishing a communication network is essential,
towards the creek,
allowing
hurry.
members to check on each other without
Checking the
physically
blue tent
leaving
now.
their warm shelters.
Roger that.
Regular physical
All quiet
checks
on
are
the
also
east side.
mandatory
The blue
to
tent is
detect
secure.
early
Moving
signs
to
of
the green one.
hypothermia that the victim might not notice themselves. Confusion and drowsiness are silent symptoms of the cold shutting down the brain, requiring
Hey, look at me.
immediate
You have to stay
intervention from a
awake.
team member.
I'm
The collective
trying. I'm
warmth
just so
and vigilance
cold.
of a prepared group is the strongest defense against the ruthless nature
Hold on, we've
of
got
the
you.
cold.
Stay with us.
The shivering is
As the
slowing down.
long
You're
night
doing great.
passes and the sun begins to
Thank you.
rise, the success of your strategies becomes clearly visible. Surviving a night in freezing conditions is a testament to applying scientific principles rather than just enduring the pain. Every layer of carbon, every wall of snow, and every calorie of peanut butter played a role in your survival. We have covered humidity management, ground insulation, sleeping systems, external barriers, and internal heat generation in this comprehensive guide. Remember that nature is indifferent to your suffering.
Look at that
Only
view.
your knowledge
It's
and
absolutely
preparation
stunning.
can
I
turn
know,
the odds
right? We
in your
should stop
favor.
here for a
Thank you for
picture.
watching
on,
Nature's
guys, keep
Raw
moving.
Challenge. Stay warm,
As you can see
stay
behind
safe,
me, the
and
conditions
remember
are
that
perfect
knowledge
for our
is your
ascent
best
today.
survival
It's
tool.
going to be an incredible day out
Don't
here.
forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of survival in the world's harshest environments. Even the smallest detail in your preparation can have a massive impact when the temperature drops below 0 degrees. Always double check your gear before you head out, because once you are out there, there is no turning back. Respect the wind, for it carries away your heat faster than you can generate it if you are not protected. Navigation is key, but maintaining your physiological capability to read that map is what keeps you alive to finish. Fire is a luxury in these conditions, so do not rely on it as your primary source of survival warmth. The beauty of the winter wilderness is breathtaking, but it demands your absolute respect and constant, unwavering attention. Every step you take must be calculated to avoid sweating, falling, or getting wet in the unforgiving frozen landscape. Ice accumulating on your face is a visual reminder of the constant battle between your body heat and the environment. We can learn much from nature's inhabitants who adapt their behavior and insulation to thrive in these sub-zero conditions. The physics of cold are fascinating, turning boiling water into instant snow, demonstrating how quickly heat is stolen away. A secure shelter is your castle, protected well, and it will protect you from the worst of the storm. As the sun dips below the horizon, the real challenge begins, testing your mental and physical endurance to the limit. Dexterity is often the first thing to go, so practice using your gear while wearing thick gloves before you leave. Psychological comfort, like a hot drink, can be just as important as physical warmth in keeping your morale high. In the darkness, your world shrinks to the beam of your light. Keep your focus narrow and your actions deliberate. Documenting your experience helps you process the challenge and learn from mistakes for your next cold weather adventure. Always carry a specific cold weather medical kit, including warm packs and emergency blankets for treating sudden hypothermia cases. Visibility is crucial for rescue, so ensure your gear has reflective elements that can be seen from a distance. The wilderness is vast and indifferent, but the human spirit, armed with knowledge, is capable of incredible resilience and adaptation. Waterproofing is essential, but remember that waterproof barriers also trap sweat, so ventilation remains key to staying dry inside. A significant amount of heat is lost through your head and neck, so keeping them covered is non-negotiable. Be gentle with your gear. Frozen plastic and metal can become brittle and break easily under too much force. Simple actions like blowing on your hands can provide temporary relief, but core insulation is the only permanent solution. Walking in deep snow burns massive amounts of energy, requiring you to consume more calories than you normally would. Never sit directly on the snow. Use your backpack or a foam pad to insulate yourself whenever you stop. Protect your eyes from snow blindness, as the sun reflecting off the white surface can be damaging and painful. Knowing the wind direction helps you position your shelter entrance away from the draft, keeping your living space warmer. Your shelter must be anchored securely, as loose flapping fabric creates noise and can tear in high wind conditions. A positive attitude is a survival multiplier, helping you make rational decisions instead of panicking when things get tough. When visibility drops, stay put. Wandering blindly in a whiteout is the fastest way to get lost and freeze. Monitor your environment constantly, using available tools, as weather in the mountains can change drastically in just minutes. Keep the snow outside your shelter. Bringing snow inside means bringing moisture, which will eventually melt and wet your gear. The challenge is great, but the reward of witnessing nature in its rawest form is an unforgettable human experience. This has been Nature's Raw Challenge. Prepare well, respect the cold, and we will see you in the next adventure.